talk about. We have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered. That's what it's all about. Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. What up, baby?
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go. You know I throw my hand out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
Literally for like a minute straight. So juicy!
What?
This
The table is juicy, ain't it? Motherfucker clean. Bet you that. Said the table juicy. Can you bring my cup with the ice? Can y'all hear? What up? Can y'all hear?
Search first, gatekeeper. Find the path we die. He's a fighter, shapeshifter, and he'll protect your home. With the eyes in the front and the back of the head.
To chase away evil forces. As long as you bring the offerings.
He's got the ashe I can't deny. I am a witness, I'll testify. This song, my Ohiki, my sacrifice to the one who can do and undo.
So we let go of wanting to change the past, and we let go of wanting to control the future. When that's done at a profound depth, one realizes that you are safe. Not because it says so in a book, but because you realize that. As I stand here, you don't see any past hanging off of me. You see any past anywhere? I don't see any past. When is a karmic product at this moment? That which stands here is where evolution is at this moment. Okay. So the present is the finish of the past. With spiritual realization, which you come by through contemplation, it's really a contemplative matter. As you walk about, you say, who am I to myself anyway? Who am I to the world? What am I to life? What is my relationship to life? You begin to, when you reverence all that is beautiful, when you reverence all that is divine by virtue of its existence, then you walk about in a different state. Out of that state arises a conviction of safety. The mind will start up periodically when it needs to tell you something. Not because it's coming from the mind, but because it's coming from the spirit. If you need to know something, the spirit will see to it that you remember to take your vitamins. The ego doesn't. It takes credit for it. But it's really the spirit acting through your wife. It reminds who sees to it that you eat and all those things. She has a big thing about eating, I don't know, every few days, I suppose. Because people are concerned about the body, and I'm not, if you're not concerned about the body, other people worry about it. So if you need to eat something, somebody will tell you that. So you don't have to think about when will I eat next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. You already know what it is. I'm back in the building in the heart of Los Angeles's Africa Town, aka Lamert Park. I'm here at KBLA Talk 1580. You already know revolutionary radio, revolutionary relationship talk. We about to act a complete fool tonight because it's important that we do so. Every year we get to this time of year and our hearts get heavy. We with people that we haven't resolved issues with, or we've moved on from people that we haven't resolved issues with, and we're going through the motions because the commercial says it's the happiest time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the... No, it's not. For a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's a struggle. Whether they're with family or not, it's a difficult time. See, that's what a holiday does. A holiday is a time of year that comes every year, and you're programmed to participate in some way or resist and resent that time of year. A lot of people, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing for the holidays. Leave me alone. A lot of people are Scrooges during this time of year because of something very interesting. They have not learned the technique of cutting etheric cords. Etheric cords or energetic cords that keep them connected to toxicity. A lot of my Christian brothers and sisters call it soul ties. Y'all know what it is. You still caught up. Still holding on. Why? Why do you do it? Why do you do it to yourself? Because everything you do is... everything you do is actually a doing to the self. What was very interesting about the clip we just played by Dr. David R. Hawkins, he says, when you see me, there is no residue of the past. I am the present right now. When you see me, you see the present. For so many people, we are not keen enough to see the past wrapped around somebody's neck or even our own necks as a scarf, carrying it in every type of weather. Now, you know, if you saw somebody in the summertime with a full scarf wrapped around their neck, you'd be like, what in the entire hell is wrong with you? See, we don't see those energetic scarves that are wrapped around people, right? But they are. They are, Lord have mercy, they are, and we just go through the motions. We just go through the motions. What is an etheric cord? When I come forward, Zoe is going to break it down to you so you can understand where this topic is going. Because if you can cut these cords before the beginning of the new year, there might be a new you.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a Christmas season that is merry and bright. Happy holidays.
What up, y'all? Uzo said hell. I can say hell.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take
What up,
away your
everybody?
life with just one wrong pill.
Let's all hit that like button.
Addiction is a disease.
Hey, what up,
that can
Nikas, tonight?
affect
Let's hit that
anyone
like
at
button.
any age.
I'm telling y'all.
But there's a choice to get help.
I'm telling y'all.
disease.
Please
Find medical
understand.
proof of
Yes, this is entertaining.
at Choose.
Yes, this is fun.
Central Neighborhood
Yes.
Foundation is a full-service
I add the
network of
playlist
federally qualified
to make it even
healthcare
more
centers that
entertaining.
serves local communities throughout Los
But if you're not
Angeles,
applying
Riverside, and San Bernardino County,
what you're hearing,
CNHF clinics provide low cost to no cost.
Let me give you an example.
Compassionate, comprehensive, quality health
Arabia
care,
came
which
in here
includes
today.
primary care services for chronic disease and diabetes management, pediatric
This one
and
right
women's
here.
services, preventive care, vision,
Arabia
and
came in here today
COVID-19 testing and vaccine,
and basically
flu
told
vaccines,
me
behavioral health, HIV, and substance
she
use
heard the radio
services.
show for the
Virtual
first time.
telehealth visits are available from the comfort of your home with highly
I said,
qualified physicians and
wait a
medical
minute, you
professionals.
sit over there
CNHF
coughing on
also
niggas, getting
provides
niggas sick,
support specialist
and
training and help
you
with
ain't heard the show.
navigation. Central
She said,
Neighborhood
do
Health
you know how
Foundation.
good the
Your
show
wellness is our
sounds on
priority.
podcast?
Comprehensive care built on trust and respect. For more information,
It sounds so good, it's amazing. I said.
CNHF.org or call 213
Now, I be watching her
5815 today to locate
while
a
she
clinic
in
near
here. She
you.
be on her phone, she be dancing, taking selfies, and she right here getting the jewels. She came in here today like she discovered some shit. Man, do you know how good this show is? I said Arabia is comedy. I be listening to this shit in the car now, so this shit fire. What? Tell the truth, Arabia, shame the devil. But I love it. I love it. Y'all better download that fucking podcast. Apple Play, what is it? Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Pandora. Download it. Arabia had me rolling. She was like, have you heard, you nigga?
Generating billions of dollars by
Arabia is
redirecting
comedy,
South
boy.
LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition
I guess it
offers
sound
amazing
good.
mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and
Nah,
policy
she just be
work, and has a
busy when
robust
she in
and
here.
active membership
When
body.
she
To
in here, I
become
got
a
her
member,
running
get
and
a
ripping
referral,
and
or
doing
get
all
support
types
for
of shit.
your
Sometimes she
nonprofit,
answer her
visit
phone.
CocoSouthLA.org.
Shit, she be
That's
doing all types of shit.
CocoSouthLA.org,
Social
or
media.
call
She be busy.
323-750-9087.
I get it. But that
This
shit
is a
was
community
hilarious
call
as
to
hell.
action from
Nigga, have you heard your show?
1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies, yeah, it's Wednesday. The voice of reason. I'm on fire tonight already, and we ain't even got started. My playlist is my co-host. That track is called 6 Degrees. Now listen very carefully to the name of this group. I want you to go find it. Bad, Bad, Not Good. All one word. Bad, Bad, Not Good. All caps. Bad, Bad, Not Good. That's the name of the group. All one word. All caps.
What was the name of it?
Bad, Bad, Not Good.
The song.
The name of the track is 6 Degrees. And I'm playing the record because I want to set a tone for tonight. Very interesting topic tonight. And I want you to participate, okay? All you got to do is call 1-800-920-1580. That's all you got to do is call 1-800-920-1580. Join the discussion. The Cutting of Etheric Cords, a spiritual guide for removing negativity / toxic energy and people from your life before going into the new year. Have you ever heard of the saying, if you love someone, let them go, and if they come back, it was meant to be? Me personally, I don't know about that statement. That sounds like somebody hoping and pining that a situation will return. But what people fail to realize, in relationships, all unresolved situations continuously return. They may not return with the same person, but they definitely return with the same energy and the same lesson. I need you to hear that. What is an etheric or energetic cord? What are etheric cords? We all have etheric cords. We have been born with them. Etheric cords, sometimes referred to as ethereal cords, energy cords, and energetic ribbons, are energy structures that connect your body's energy or aura, chakras, etc. They extend out of you and connect with other people, places, animals, and even objects. Now, again, a lot of Christians call that a soul tie. Metaphysical folk call it etheric cords. Quantum physics, physics, they refer to it as entanglement, right? Particle entanglement. Now, as relationships deepen, etheric cords will strengthen. Now, sometimes you got to cut those cords. See, this is what I've been saying to people for a long time. Don't you know you can move on and still be connected? Many people have moving on is the easiest part. Moving on is like changing your drawers, changing your t-shirt. Huh? Moving on is easy. Getting through is entirely something different. Getting over and getting through a situation is entirely different. Do you know how to break an emotional cord? Has your relationship become too enmeshed that your shadow almost thinks it has some kind of rightful claim over your partner? Many people believe. Now, have you done any research on monogamy? A lot of people feel like they own their partner when they're in the monogamous construct. You belongs to me. Your mines, I own you. You own me, I own you. We got a joint deed. You ain't going nowhere. A lot of people have this feeling, right? Yes, that's being enmeshed. The highest forms of relationship operate in freedom. The highest level of love is freedom. Many of us are wrapped up not with just one etheric cord, but with several. Anything that's unresolved creates an etheric cord, and those cords can get tangled. This is entanglement, right? True or false? The act of holding on to grievances, and perceived slights create more karma, and it diverts karma from its original course back to you. I don't know if you heard what I just said. True or false? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I need to talk to you. Somebody needs to be freed tonight. A lot of people done found comfort in bondage, but tonight is freedom. As we move to 2023, tonight is freedom-based. Let me ask that question again. True or false? The act of holding on to grievances and perceived slights creates more karma and diverts it from its original course back to you. Meaning, if somebody did you wrong, if somebody hurt you, if somebody slighted you, if somebody disrespected you, if somebody denigrated you, the natural flow of karma will send their comeuppance back to you until you interfere by holding on to a grievance. You want payback, but only the universe can pay back because it's the ultimate banker. Uh-oh. 1-800-920-1580. What are you holding on to? You want to cut the etheric cord tonight? You want to know how to do it? How can you let go of a highly sought after, intimate outcome that didn't come to fruition? So many of us will break up with the person because we're frustrated and have a sense of stuckness. We're frustrated and angry and disappointed, but we can get rid of them, but we can't get rid of the pining for the desired outcome that that particular person promised. How do you break up with the broken promise? Oh, that creates an etheric cord. 1-800-920-15. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Agree or disagree? Energy cords or etheric cords, metaphysical, spiritual, umbilical cords are a crucial aspect of your spiritual connection to other people. But if they've become a negative influence, how do you cut them? Well, what you actually do, you don't cut them. You untangle yourself from them. That's what entanglement is about, according to quantum mechanics. Entanglement. Before I get into the holographic relationship, the book I wrote in, 2019, I'm going to go to my first caller, Rogish, Dallas, Texas. Get in here.
What it do, OG?
What's happening, man?
When you speak of entanglement being, is that the cosmic sense of connection in the metaphysics, or because when you ask if people should cut someone off, you don't never really cut anyone. If anybody's ever been married, you don't really cut off your ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got children, but even if you don't, you don't. There's a forever connection there.
Absolutely. That's what I just said, Rogish. Did you hear what I just said? That's what I just said, Rogish. I did say that.
I'm jumping it over here. My bad.
It's cool. Come on, get in alignment, brother. No, but you're right. It's not a cutting off. It's a reorganization. It's a recontextualization. It's a reframing. Okay, we don't have an intimate relationship anymore, but because we're parents, we shift into parental mode. The relationship is different than it used to be, but it has been reframed and we're now operating with different expectations and in a different space. Go ahead, Rogish.
Right, 'cause that's what I encountered with my ex-wife. She became a feminist towards the end of our marriage, and whatever it was she was finding in herself there, it made me the adversary. So we couldn't, couldn't keep it going. But I noticed that she was touching a part within herself that I had tried to get her to touch the entire we was in a relationship. So if she was, I guess blossoming through whatever, even though it hurt to see her doing it through that or whatever, it's like, all right, it's cool to see her, dive into it. So I let her go, but, a year later, we're still friends, better friends, definitely not no romantic stuff, whatever, but a much, much more harmonious, connection, especially if it's going to be one for life, even if you're not together.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Man, I appreciate you sharing your insights. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. That's 1-800-920-1580. We're having an outright discussion here. I wrote this in 2017. My book was published in 2019. What is relationship entanglement? In the early 20th century, Albert Einstein was a virtual rock star. lauded around the world for his scientific genius, his relativity theory opening the door for quantum physics, as well as a smattering of younger physicists who began to build on Einstein's theories. Niels Bohr was one of those young, awestruck physicists, and he was a man who was clearly influenced by Einstein, even as he vehemently disagreed with him on a number of key matters. One of these sticking points was the matter of quantum mechanics. Their conflict, dubbed the Einstein-Bohr debate, culminated with the theory of quantum entanglement. Einstein's relativity theory is predicated on constants, one of which being that nothing moves faster than the speed of light. But Bohr was able to bring serious doubt to this notion by illustrating the relationship between entangled particles. Quantum entanglement is what occurs when pairs of particles interact in ways that prevent them from being seen or described as independent of each other. And when two particles are entangled, you can separate them by any distance, and the measurement of one will instantaneously determine the measurement of the other entangled particle. Now, people, huh? If you saw people from the distance of the sun, if you could see people from the distance of the sun under a microscope, we would look like particles. That's how small we would be. And the energy around us, which Einstein called the energy around an electron, he called it the field. He said the field determines the particle or the electron. It determines what the particle or the electron does. Do you understand? That's the ultimate agency of the electron, is its field. Our field, the Muslim may call it a halat, an aura, right? Kirlian photography calls it an aura. This stuff mingles and mixes with other people. We pick up their energy, their frequency, their vibration. We pick up their wounds. We pick up their lies. Don't you know you can tune all the way in? I know this is heavy tonight. I know. But this is what's happening in relationship. Okay? I want y'all to understand that. Einstein said the field, this aura, is the sole governing agency of the particle. The energy field around the particle is the sole governing agency of the particle. This revolution is huge if we apply it consciously to our lives. It means that the invisible energy field that is within us and all around us is what creates and sustains matter. And it is dating too. When I come forward, Zoe gonna get even deeper. We not playing tonight. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I'm ready to cook.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's
Fred
from a Black Information Network.
What up?
The IRS is accused of being asleep at the wheel, handling former
Where
President
y'all at?
Trump's tax returns.
We at 9:15, 31 minutes in.
Oregon Democrat Ron White
$9.15. Come on, y'all.
Is broken. Meantime, in Oregon, Portland Parks and Rec is renaming the.
I need y'all to lock in on the topic.
She was a black female journalist and a civil rights advocate. Woodrow Wilson High School was renamed Ida B. Wells Barnett High School because of Wilson's racist and segregationist views. Netflix is announcing the title for its upcoming Luther film. Luther, the Fallen Son, will see Idris Elba reprise his role as a detective from the BBC crime drama that aired for 5 seasons. The movie will be a continuation and reimagination of the series.
Dwight.
Luther, the Fallen Son will debut on Netflix
Fred.
in March. And that is the latest. I'm Doug
We
Davis
heard
from
you.
the Black Information Network and BIN
You gonna say it
News.
again? You gonna type it under a different profile? We heard you the first time. We know your perspective. But I think we're talking a little deeper than what you talking. I ain't got nothing but love for you, Fred, and I want you to talk on it. You should call in and talk on it, Fred.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics,
What up, Wanda Trotter?
business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA
Rob B,
Talk 1580
always
has
respect for you, brother. Thank you
Follow us on
for
all
the
our
super
socials
chat.
for our latest
You just
book
took us to
releases,
$14.15.
And, of course, download the KBLA 1580
This is
app
why
and
I'm so
subscribe to
adamant
your most trusted,
about
credible, and
publishing
reliable
my next
source
book.
for the issues you care about. This is
For the past 6 months, we've sold about 5 shrouded lighthouses. That's because my
On Sunday,
audience is
January
small.
15th at 4 p.m. SCLC,
And my audience,
Southern California presents Moving into the Promise of the Beloved Community at the 52nd
my audience is
Annual
small
Dr.
and my
Martin Luther
audience
King
is
Jr.
saturated.
Legacy
Everybody got my
Celebration.
book,
President William D. Smart invites you to attend
right?
the celebration on Dr. King's
So now it's time
birthday,
for me to go to a
Sunday,
higher,
January 15th, 4 p.m.
a
at the
bigger
Sheraton
audience.
LAX, 6101 West
But
Century
what's
Boulevard.
crazy
This
is
year's event will honor community members who have made a significant impact in
we
2022.
done sold damn near half of the gold dust. The gold dust is almost gone. We done sold almost 200 bottles of the libido pills. When I finish this last bag of He Is Risen, that would have been 200 bottles. So people are putting their money where they want it. So it's just telling me that I gotta expand my audience.
Self-service photo booth, perfect for all types of events, birthdays, concerts, festivals, weddings,
Mimi,
and more.
you ain't got to defend something that you didn't participate in. You think we're unaware that you just got here?
They serve Inland Empire, Los Angeles, and Orange County.
I'm just letting you know, like we know you knew, Mimi. You don't have to defend. We know you knew. But this is what's happening. We got 4 people to donate a little bit of bread for the proposal. I sent a payment, another payment for the proposal. Honors, brother. I sent another payment for the proposal today. So it's time for me to take this information and this knowledge to a different platform, to a larger platform. Yo, we're at 1914.
IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You can have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify.
G. Griff, love from Costa Rica. What up, fam?
And take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits.
No, I don't think so. You want to come in and say hi, Deborah? Come say hi. Come say. Y'all want to see Deborah? Deborah is beautiful. Come here, Deborah. Deborah, come in here. They can't see you from over there. You got to come over here. Deborah, come over here. There's Deborah, y'all.
It's a hot topic tonight.
Don't be scared, Deborah.
I'm not scared.
She airy. She ain't scared of nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I love it.
You see what?
It's good. It's really good.
Cutting etheric,
Etheric,
ties.
etheric chords.
Soul ties. Connect. How you separate from that person? What you separate from that person?
Yeah, come on, come on, Deborah. Oh, they all saying hi to you. They like, hey, Deborah, look.
Hi.
Looks like she makes a mean pecan pie. Hey there.
Where does that come from? Pecan pie.
They love it. Okay, we're going live.
Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's so cute.
I want my royalty payment. I want my royalty payment.
Oh. Just let this ride. The voice of reason is back in the building. We're trying to change lives tonight because a lot of people during this season, a lot of unhealed stuff be bubbling up to the surface, man. Be bubbling. We got to learn how to release things. Release anger, release resentment, release. I had one right there on my head, and I got old overnight. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host is my playlist. You know who that is. Legendary Miles Davis. So what? You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Zoe Williams, Smooth Groove. It's a tough topic, but we gotta have it. How to cut these cords. We've gotten tangled in with all these folks. Somebody said, is that Coltrane or Miles? It's only Miles, 1959. The Kind of Blue album. The name of the track is So What? Yes, man, we in here tonight. Let's get these callers on because people want to talk about tonight's topic, the cutting of etheric cords, a spiritual guide for removing negativity / toxic energy from your life before 2023. Dwight Northridge, get in here. Speak to me.
Good afternoon, Zoe. Merry Christmas to you.
What's up, good brother?
Most of you guys know me as Fred, so Dwight is my real name, but Fred. Okay.
No, Fred is a legend. Fred is legend. Just
Fred is a character.
Dwight is the real man. Okay, got you.
He's the real man.
All right.
Like I said, I've been married 5 times. And from the first 2 marriages, I tried to keep a friendship. I tried to keep a dialogue with them. And what would happen is they would never really want to have a friendship of any sort. But anytime they have a crisis, they come crying to me. Now, sometimes it will be at inconvenient times because I would be in bed with somebody else, and then I would take the phone call, and then they would ear hustle what was going on. And then the person would say, well, you seem like you still got connections with them. And I'm like, yeah, we still friends. Well, they said, well, that's not fair to me. I thought I was your friend. So I kind of like you said, you have to kind of like detangle because things are getting all, confusing.
No. Let me tell you what it was, Fred. They wanted to use you. Because if they don't want to be friends, you've extended the olive branch and you're saying, hey, let's transition this relationship from what it was to something new. And they resist that until they need you. That's the sign of usury. They trying to use you, Fred. And you were right for distancing yourself from them if that is what you did.
Well, yeah, one time I had one of them in a private eye, all the way to Florida looking for me.
So they were tangled, Fred. they were entangled, Fred. Tangled with, I'm sorry for calling you Fred, Dwight. They were tangled.
But I just want people, to be able to clarify.
To know the real man. The real man is Dwight. Fred is his alter ego. We got you. But Fred, that's pretty much what they wanted. They just wanted to use you as you know, that little break glass in case of emergency friend. That's what they wanted, and that's not fair. And I'm glad you were able to disconnect yourself from them and move on.
Well, that's the reason why I keep stressing the just cut ties, because that's what happened to me. Now, everybody has different, types of relationships. So, I'm just going by what happened in my experience.
No, and that's
But then
fine.
again, I bring stuff on myself too.
Of course you do, Fred. Like what?
Well, I still try to be Prince Charming. Or
Right.
deceptive. I'm being deceptive as being Prince Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I'm trying to play this role of, hey, I'm this guy here for you anytime you need me, through thick and thin, I still got your back because I still care for you as a person.
Now,
And
is
when
that how you really feel, or is that you playing a role?
that's me painting myself into a corner.
So that's not how you really feel, because you wouldn't.
Well,
If that's how you really felt, you wouldn't feel like you're painting yourself into a corner.
well, sometimes I had to like rescue them out of some things that they did on their own accord, and I just didn't say nothing because it wasn't my business.
Interesting. Sounds like you were a little entangled too. Sometimes, listen, when we say cut ties, you got to remember, man, we have to be very careful with the wording, right? See, cutting ties means to cut yourself off from someone, somebody's energy. Well, that goes against universal law. Universal law says energy can never be destroyed, right? The first law of thermodynamics, it can only change form, right? We can lose access to energy, but energy cannot really be cut off. What we can do, which is why we're using the terminology that Niels Bohr and some of the other early physicists who fought against Einstein brought in, quantum entanglement. We are entangled. So it's about untangling yourself from these intimate entanglements. That's what this is about. Because when we use westernized terms like cut off, it reminds me of Western medicine. Somebody gets sick, they say, oh, I got cancer. The first thing Western medicine would like to do is cut it out. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be healed from it, right? And in other words, Western medicine does not have a holistic approach. Do you see what I'm saying? It's over here. It's localized right here. Let's cut it out. Let's medicate it. Let's pour in the chemo. Let's do it all to kill everything, even the good tissue, right? This is what happens, right? That's a Western mentality. Cut it off. When there's conflict in relationship, most people's go-to bag in their toolbox is estrangement, contempt. I'm never talking to you again. This is what produced the youngsters version, ghosting. We not talking. I'm out. That's cutting off. In a spiritual sense, nothing can be cut like that. That's what I say. It creates a contradiction for a spiritual concept that says all is one. If all is one, how can you sequester a portion of the one? It's more about reconciliation within oneself in order to elevate beyond demands, beyond expectations, beyond the feeling of retribution, recompense. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother?
Right, I got you.
Okay, cool, man. I love you, Dwight, brother. You know you more than welcome to call in anytime. Oh, no, you Dwight right now. Because sometimes you call in as Fred. And when I know Fred is calling, Fred gonna call in tripping. Dwight call in, he want to get deep. I love this call, Dwight, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. too. I ain't talking over you, so I'm just listening.
Well, thank you, good brother. I appreciate the respect. When we come forward, more from the phone lines. Tonight's topic is a deep one. I know you guys out there swimming. Get to your phone lines and join the conversation. 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you.
Deep one. I know you out there swimming.
Hey, y'all talk to each other more than you talk to me. I'm a little jealous. These motherfuckers talking to each other. These motherfuckers don't fuck with me, man. They having a conversation with each other, nigga. I'm tired of niggas calling in. Hey, call in. I know you listening. That is not enough.
You're not listening to what the man says.
The discourse gets better when you talk to me.
We want to hear y'all.
For any mental health concerns. I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News. If you're having thoughts of suicide, there is help. Call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
I need 2 callers.
You're the victim of a car accident. Who goes to bat for you is crucial.
A male and a female.
Personal injury pros.
I need 2 callers, a male and a female. Y'all gonna call? Here's the number.
I want to hear from me.
No, we got 6 phone lines. But this is where the fuckery happens. When we get to 4, that 4th line, fucks all the lines up.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for human rights.
Mimi, you still talking about some shit that happened at the top of that man's call? Mimi be playing. Mimi, stop playing. I need 2 callers. Mimi, you should be one. Call in right now.
The Office of Racial Equity, Hate Prevention.
Mimi. Look, start calling her. Mimi. Hey, Mimi. Mimi. Where Mimi at? Oh, Mimi. Mimi. That's what it is. Mimi call. She jumping this motherfucker for the chat tea.
Tell me to call us.
Maybe.
I want to hear from Vanetta. That's our girl.
Vanetta be calling too.
Ooh, love eating.
Nah, Vanetta different. Vanetta will show up.
Vanetta don't play. Vanetta should get
I'll be in the cigar lounge and Vanetta will walk in. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, you got a guest? Vanetta Copeland. Yeah, let it. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Vanetta gonna find you.
Vanetta will show the fuck up.
That's my baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building. My playlist is my co-host. We got the jazz vibes going on tonight. That's Guru, legendary hip-hop artist, great MC, one of the greatest voices in the history of hip-hop. And you know, hip-hop is coming into its 50th year next year. Guru was one of the most revolutionary, most inventive MCs. He was a part of the groundbreaking group Nah, I done forgot the group. Gangstar. What is wrong with me tonight? Gangstar. You under dig? That record was called Lounging from the Jazzmatazz album, Volume 1, 1993. And it was just amazing, man. It was amazing. So we're going to keep with this jazz theme tonight as far as my co-host goes, because it's important that we talk with a cool vibe. What do you say when you're trying to cut a cord? Have you ever created a cord cutting journal where you visualize what you would be like if you were free from this entanglement? Right? How many of you guys have a prayer journal where you write out prayers? Prayers are very, very key, essential for manifestation. See, again, I know we live in a weird society. You have to remember Western science and Western education, because of Descartes, is devoid of spirituality. So oftentimes we don't understand that what we say, how we act, if it's all out of alignment, it still is a manifesting property, right? There's a manifesting property in misalignment. It brings confusion into our lives. It brings struggle. It brings a sense of stuckness. All of this is happening. Now, once you get in alignment, do you know you can speak things into being? Did you know that? I know a lot of people didn't know that. Wait a minute. Are you saying I got to come forward again? When I come forward, I'm going to talk to somebody out of Arkansas.
The reasons that we fear, our feelings will disappear. Listen here, voice of reason with Zoe.
This be going fast. Back when? 1 minute. So y'all just not gonna call. Y'all just gonna sit there and look at me. It's disrespectful at the end of the year. They be like, fuck your phone line. Fuck your couch, nigga. What up, Sugar Mac Champ?
In addition, the foundation offers an array of classes focused on anger management, domestic violence,
Tiffany, if you did a cord cutting ritual, why wouldn't you call in? What in the hell? So you got an actual experience. What?
More is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is down here vibing in Lamert Park, live from KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking about releasing and letting go. It takes more energy to hold on to things than it does to let it go. Let it go is far easier than you think it is. It's simply easier than holding on. It takes energy and effort to hold on. It's almost effortless to let go. And so many people refuse to let go because they refuse to think that they won't get paid back for what they invested. Oh, Lord. Davy Lee, Arkansas, get in here.
Yes, sir. Good to speak to y'all, man. I
Yeah.
just want to say, no, I appreciate you. You too now. But like I'm saying, man, I appreciate like the little things. Sometimes I can let my ego get, get its way with me. So, I just want y'all to know the ego not a bad thing, but you gotta tame yourself as a human, man. We're not animals, man. We're beyond animals. You can be an animal, but you gotta really realize how much power you have over animalistic nature. And we gotta stop having these urges to feed the animalistic nature. That's what makes us different between dogs and stuff like that. They don't have no choice but to go with their instincts. That's the only way they're gonna survive. As humans, we can choose. We have a choice. We have free will. So like, when it comes to like family members and stuff like that, I've had so much of an ego problem thinking about like, what's right and what's wrong, and it can harm you, man. You thinking about yourself more than what's the real purpose, what the big picture is. So I want people to know, man, like, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, but at the same time, it's a whole, bro. You weren't born in this world by yourself. You didn't come here by yourself, so you must take heed before you lose everything. What I'm saying? We're in a situation where we're in a new age. Everything is acceptable. So get you some knowledge about yourself. Get you some understanding about yourself. Once you can understand yourself, you got to realize that everybody ain't cut like you, and everybody ain't got the understanding like you. So you must reach them on their level, before you destroy a relationship. Like these kids, like, it's holiday season right now. These kids showing me what I gotta do, what I gotta be for. I gotta be a leader, man. And to lead them, I gotta lead myself. It started with me first. And I want y'all to know, whatever y'all going through, y'all can do it, man. Life easy, man. It's about you making it hard. You make everything hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about what other people are going through. Be more empathetic, like I heard them talk about. It's not about you, it's about us. It's about we. You know what I'm saying? So put that in perspective, man, before you lose it all. Then, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be looking for somebody to save. They ain't going to come because you ain't saved them. But hey, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. You're going to talk y'all head off, man. I appreciate y'all time, and I appreciate you, though.
Thank you, brother, man. I love that young brother, man. That brother call in and really share, man. I just love hearing him speak on it, man. Listen, another excerpt from The Holographic Relationship, written by Zoe Williams. Modern day Christians might call it soul ties. Believers of the metaphysical may call it twin flames. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. No matter how you title it, quantum entanglement may be applied to relationships. Relationship entanglement means one thing. Once you begin intimately relating with someone, you are thereby inextricably entangled with that person from an energetic, spiritual, mental, and emotional perspective. Of course, it's physical. When entropy builds and relationships begin to break down, our first thought is often to walk away. We want to break free, to cut ties. But we don't always consider the strength of the ties or why those ties exist in the first place. The entanglement may be rooted in the fact that you have a child with someone. Maybe your families are close, or you've started a business together. Often, though, the ties are much deeper. When you are drawn into a relationship with someone, it is always for a reason. There is some lesson that you need to learn, some self-truth you need to uncover, or some healing that you need to complete or to engage in or complete. Wow, this is heavy stuff. Listen, when I come forward, I'm going to keep cooking. Boy, you got to cut these ties, or if you carry them into 2023, you're going to have the same kind of year you had this year.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The IRS is accused of being asleep at the wheel, handling former President Donald Trump's tax returns. That's the accusation leveled by the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee. Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden said the decades-old presidential audit program is broken. Meantime, in Oregon, Portland Parks and Rec is renaming the Wilson Outdoor Pool to
Hey,
Ida B. Wells.
Andy.
She was a black female journalist
Andy.
and civil rights advocate.
Andy.
Wilson High School was renamed Ida B. Wells Barnett.
Sometimes you can just talk right here so I can hear you.
Netflix is announcing the title
Because if I don't look up, yeah.
Idris Elba reprised his role as an crime drama that aired for 5 seasons. The movie will be a continuation and reimagination of the series. Luther, the Fallen Son will debut on Netflix in March. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network at BINnews.com.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices. For families in poverty, they're facing malnutrition
No call.
and even death. You can feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just
I'm tired too, y'all.
to 97646.
I'm tired too. It's almost over. 2 more days, and then I'm go.
We never quite know where the conversation is going to go. But sometimes our guests really
And I stay away longer than the rest of KBLA. The rest of KBLA come back on the 2nd. I don't come back until the 6th. So 2 more days and then I'm go.
You should download the app and share with your friends too. So download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go.
So we at 2414. And I was gonna cancel the vacation, but I see now motherfuckers need it.
Become your soulmate. Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turn-offs? Fantasies and fetish. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a bad person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
The child wasn't his, and you still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Right.
So many questions I want to ask you.
I was like, is this something wrong with that? I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. I hit you with a bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humosity?
When it pisses the nest.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Favorite Williams so well.
Son Williams.
Reason and accountability.
A voice of reason.
People often talk about how difficult it is to let go. To let go of something or someone. To let go of some attachment or desire or expectation. To let go of resentment or anger or disappointment. But the truth is that letting go is easy. It's actually the holding on that makes everything so difficult. If I pick up a stone and hold it in my hand, all of that takes effort. There's a certain amount of energy required. And the longer I hold on to that stone, the more energy is exerted. It begins to feel heavier the longer I hold it. After a while, the weight of it may become unbearable. But how much effort does it take to let go? To simply release it and allow it to drop away? There's no effort in that. You simply stop exerting the energy it takes to hold on to it. You simply relax your grasp and it drops away without any effort whatsoever. Yet in our mind, we make it out to be such a complicated thing. How do you let go? Even to ask that question, how do you let go of something? The answer is very simple. You just let go. That's it. That's all there is to it. The problem isn't how to let go. The problem is, why are we holding on in the first place? That's what really needs to be looked at, to be understood. And more than this, we need to understand that it's the holding on that causes us to suffer, not the letting go. Because the longer you hold on to something, the heavier it gets. And that heaviness weighs on us, causing us to feel as if we're sinking, or to feel stuck, to feel drained and exhausted. So understand all of this. Don't try to let go. Try means to make an effort, and letting go requires no effort at all. Understand instead why you're holding on, and observe how this clinging is causing you to suffer. Just notice. Notice whether your grasp is loose or firm, how tightly.
You can forgive yourself for holding on to what you think your mother owed you, or for what you think your father owed you, or for what you think your significant or your ex-significant other owed you. You can forgive yourself for holding on to those things. Let it go. I know it's easier said than done, right? But during this time of year, everybody wants to write New Year's resolutions. Here are my New Year's resolutions. I'm going to be different. You can't be different with the same thought process. You can't be different. You can't experience a different reality if you don't do some type of psychological internal house cleaning. You have to go hunt down those limiting beliefs about how the world is supposed to operate according to you. Sometimes we feel justified. Most times we feel justified in holding on. But you heard that clip. Holding on is the problem, not letting go. Letting go is easy. Just accept people for who they are. This is who you are. Oftentimes we hold on to an ideal of that person. If you could only be this, right? You try to nudge and cajole and push people into being things for us, not understanding that we are the ones that are creating the trauma and the drama and the disappoint in our relationships. Look at us. We're in a time that promotes peace and joy for all mankind. But you start to see some of the most malicious and transactional and hurtful feelings during this time of year. Man, we have to untangle the negative cords of traumatic remembrance. 1-800-920-1580. The voice of reason is on fire. We got callers on the line. Listen, I got a little time. I'm finna go to my brother Sean from Oakland, California. Sean, get in here.
Hey, brother, you're just hitting it, out of the ballpark there in Chavez Ravine, but I'm telling you. But the reason why you are is, this time of the year, a lot of people aren't feeling so, in the holiday spirit. And I understand, there's all kinds of things that people can be going through. And so that's why, and I appreciate you telling us to work on ourselves, about, how we present ourselves and what kind of experiences, positive, that we can put out to others. And I know this will sound trivial, but in my life growing up, I was a decent human being and all that. I was supposed to make the major league, brother. I was supposed to be that guy. And I mean, here in the Bay Area, I was, kicking butt. All right? And,
Wait.
I got
Wait, Sean, we got to come forward, but I want to hear this story. I want you to give me the whole story. When we come forward back to Oakland, California, Sean is cooking.
We wish you a holiday season filled with peace.
Hold on, stop, bring it back, put it up, throw it back, pause.
Please knock it off.
Is coming to Ontario and the Toyota Arena December 30th.
Did you see Avatar?
And the Microsoft Theater
You saw Black Panther?
31st.
You saw Black Adam?
Black Adam was on the fire stick. Ooh. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Truemonger. You guys took us to 34-14. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
In Los Angeles at AXS.com. Bring in the new year with Ken Williams.
Fred said he saw you last week.
Addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice.
Where?
But getting help
Where?
is. You have sleep use disorder. You, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
On Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m., SCLC
You said the
Southern
mayor
California
parade.
presents Moving into the Promise of the Beloved Community at the 52nd Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Celebration. President William D. Smart invites you to attend the celebration on Dr. King's birthday, Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Sheraton LAX, 6101 West Century Boulevard. This year's event will honor community members who have made a significant
Arabia,
impact
you know
in
what Arabia
2022,
reminds me of?
including our own Tavis Smiley, who
What's
also
old
told
girl
the people
from
the dress. For
227?
213-268-3082 or email pastorsmart@sclc-sc.org. That's 213-268-3082.
Can we get a
or
call-in
email
talent show with A&R Zoe?
sclc-sc.org. Don't
Maybe.
miss SCLC Southern California
Sandra.
52nd Annual Dr.
She
Martin
act
Luther
just
King
like
Jr.
Sandra.
Legacy Celebration. Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m.
Was it
at
after
the
91?
Sheraton
It was
LAX.
before 91. I can't
227, Marla Gibbs, Regina King as a little girl.
I know the show. I don't know what you're talking about, though.
5 and 27. Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire. Brady.
No, the way she talks.
More is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. We back in here. Live from KBLA Talk 1580. The heart of Leimert Park. We're talking about cutting the cord. Cutting the cord of unforgiveness. Cutting the etheric cord of entitlement. Cutting the cord of victimhood. I deserve to be repaid back. They hurt me. They didn't deliver on what they said they would. They disrespected me. You got to cut the cord in order to be free. You got to understand. The universe has a multitude of ways to pay you back for your good service. Sometimes recompense comes in the most unexpected ways. You have no idea. It shows up in ways you couldn't even imagine. But if your mind is focused on get back, could you be diverting the natural flow of karma? Somebody does something to hurt you. And then you grab on to recompense. You grab on to pay back. You grab on to get back. Could you be diverting their karma back to you instead of nature, allowing nature to work its own magic? Listen, maintaining that entanglement poisons your soul. It poisons you. It erodes the quality of your consciousness. 1-800-920-1580. Sean from Oakland, California. What are your final thoughts on that? You were getting deep, man.
Well, brother, real quick, what I'm saying is, I grew up and everything was going pretty good. I was very fortunate growing up and all that kind of stuff. I was a baseball prospect, took it as far as I could, right? But when you get older, people are saying, well, you didn't make the major leagues. What happened? What did you do? Blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like they wanted me to blame someone else or whatever. There's no blame to go around, right? There are people, they did you wrong and all that. No, 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 no. I said, look, it wasn't meant to happen. But you know what I did? I made the major leagues my parenting and my being a husband. And I made my major leagues being a family man. I made my major leagues being a friend to people. Okay? I'm a good friend. I check on people. I do all that. So that's what I made my major leagues. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a professional sport or being an entertainer, anyone famous. There's all these expectations of what you should be or shouldn't be in your life. Okay? Just remember, you do have that power to yourself to just make yourself one of those people that's going to persevere, going to be resilient. Okay? And that doesn't mean you're going to be whatever the ideal is, but I'll tell you what, internally, you will know that you're working your ass off. Because this world is crazy, and it's not that fun, and sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, it's unpredictable. But if you make sure to take care of yourself, and make sure it's not a, narcissistic thing, then you'll help other people as well, because they'll look at you as a good example.
Thank you, brother, man. I appreciate you for that insight. Thank you so much, man. And you already know you are welcome anytime, man. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too, man. All right, Sean. Look, let's keep going. Phone lines is cracking. Let's keep going. Truemonger, Dallas, Texas. Get in here.
Yes, sir. Regarding removing negative energy, toxic energy, I think you have to make peace with where the situation starts. Peace with yourself first. Um, People are going to be people. So, if a certain situation doesn't work out and you move forward from them, you still may be somewhat connected to them, but you're in more control of how that connection is going forward. If there's no real heat, no real peace, and they go away for a while, and then they come back, could be a genuine connection, could be just as strong, just playing a different role. If there's no real strong connection there, and they go away, and they may come back, you gotta kind of keep an eye on them, see what they're really around for, see if it's genuine or they're just trying to get something out of you. I've dealt with that situation a couple of times throughout my life. I'm like, just gotta go through those lessons and take better attention to that. How people really act. I think hold on to resentment really doesn't do any good at the end of the day. Because, like, what you waste that energy thinking about things that are for. If they're not really playing a better role in your life, don't get in that kind of power.
Right.
It all depends, man, because everybody's going to handle things differently. For myself, I had to learn how to just make peace with people and how things play out, however they play out. I don't really try to force anything anymore. If I'm cool with a person, I'm cool with them. Whether they're close distance or long distance. If that connection starts to fade, it just fades. There's no beef unless there's actually some real issue that's trying to cause harm between me and that person. Other than that, I don't trip. A friendship or relationship just fades, and there's nothing more than what it was. I'm cool. If it circles back around, it's a friendship or it leads to something else, I'm cool too. I just don't force it at this point.
Makes sense to me, brother. Truemonger, You brought Dallas, Texas in the building, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you for breaking it down for us, man. Call in anytime. Nothing but love. Appreciate you. Oh, he gone. Hey, I thought he was gonna say, "Yeah, man, same to you, brother. Love you so." Hey, the phone lines are cracking. Let's get him in here. Mimi, Jacksonville, Florida. Get in here. Let's talk.
Hey, Bo.
You calling my show?
I'm calling you.
What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I'm kind of like Truemonger. If things just fade, they just fade. I mean, my ex, he said, you know, he wanted to be friends, and then he just cut me off. And I was like, you know, he could have been like, let's just break up. You know, you don't have to play games. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you just have to, you know, leave the baggage and keep the lessons.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember the perspective could be seen as you dodged a bullet because the way he ended it really revealed what kind of person he was.
Yes, that's true.
So it's all in the perspective too. You can look at it as you owe me a better exit, or you can look at it as, oh wow, this is who you really are.
That's who he really was.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I appreciate you, Mimi. Thank you for bringing Jacksonville, Florida in the building. You are appreciated. Call in anytime, sweetie.
Okay, have a nice night, everyone.
Yes, yes, yes. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. Phone lines are cracking. Vanetta Colbert from Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here.
Hey, bro.
VC, what up?
Hi, Arabia.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Now you know Arabia can't talk to you. She's not on the radio. You know that. Hi, Arabia. Vanetta says hi, Arabia. Arabia says hi, Vanetta. Go ahead, Vanetta.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh Lord, her phone just hung up. Oh, Vanetta, you and that phone. Call back, Vanetta. Stacy from Greensboro, North Carolina, get in here.
What's up, bro?
What up?
What's up? Love the topic. The cord cutting.
Yes.
I got a mantra here that I screenshot. It's not too long. I can put it in the chat if you like, but it does work.
Well, let's hear it.
I felt it instantly.
Let's hear it. Tell us. Read it to us. I want to hear it.
All right. It says, I release you with a full heart, with love for the place you once held in my life. May you be happy in the life that you have chosen. I now take back all the energy that has been taken from me or that I have given away, and I return the energy that I still hold from you. May I be free from the ties that bind us. May all cords be cut, transmuted, and dissolved. May all energy return to its original sender with power, peace, and forgiveness. I ask that this is complete and sealed now. So it is.
Oh, I love that. That is powerful. Now, but that's unrealistic. Let me and you, Stacy, we about to write what most people put out there. So here's how we reinforce cords. I hope you fail. You ain't gonna do no better than me. I was the best you ever had until you do right by me. Again, people don't understand. The words that you just put together are a freeing type of framing, right? Languaging, right? I'm going to language this in a way that frees the both of us. You use the term transmute, right? This is transforming energy that is there, that might be stagnant, right? You're transforming that energy from this stale, stagnant, hurtful, resentful kind of energy, and you're transmuting it, right? But most people don't realize that when they secretly say, you know, you're going to get yours. You understand? Whatever you do to somebody, don't you know you are doing it to yourself? Speak on that. Stacy, please.
Well, like you said, things are reflection. Correct. And that's why your urge not to be revengeful. Because you're really doing that to yourself.
Have you ever been that way with somebody?
Absolutely not, actually. I can honestly say that. And that's why I'm free.
That's beautiful.
That's why I'm free. If my ex-husband is not.
Ooh, wait.
I've never retaliated. I've thought about it. I'll be honest, thought about it, but I have not.
And where did you hear about the practice of cord cutting?
Some tarot.
Oh, okay. So you were delving deep. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit of tarot. And I believe, I cannot remember the other source, but that's not the first time I've heard of it.
Well, that's beautiful. I love that mantra. You know what you should do? You should email me that mantra. I want that. VOR106@gmail.com. Send it to me. VOR106@gmail.com. I appreciate you, Stacy. You brought Greensboro. No, hey, Greensboro, North Carolina is in the building because of you. We appreciate you. Call in anytime.
Thank you.
Yes, that was a great call. She read a whole. See, but you know, people scared. They think spells and evil and that is demonic. The only thing demonic is the unhealed wound in your heart. People get mad at me when I just tell the truth. You got to exorcise the wounds. And yes, Jesus can help you do that. Buddha, Allah, everybody. I know. Do you? Spirituality can help you get those wounds out. But a lot of people don't want to get those wounds out because they've become a part of their identity. So understand, you need to cut the cord when you detect an imbalance in your own energy. A feeling of dependency, cut the cord. Anger when you're not getting what you want, cut the cord. Anxiety, cut the cord. Resentment, cut the cord. Fear, cut the cord. Feeling drained, cut the cord. Obsessive thinking, cut the cord. Yes, you have the power over yourself to do this. Vanetta Colbert is back on the line, but listen, Vanetta, we can't get to you right this second. When we come forward, we're going to go back to Atlanta to talk to Vanetta. Hopefully the cold didn't freeze her phone. Tiffany, you've been avoiding my request all show long. And you in here talking hoodoo?
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from a Black Information Network. The IRS is accused of being asleep at the wheel, handling former President Donald Trump's tax returns. That's the accusation leveled by the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden, said the decades-old presidential audit program is broken. Meantime, in Oregon, Portland Parks and Rec is renaming the Wilson Outdoor Pool to honor Ida B. Wells. She was a black female journalist and a civil rights advocate. Woodrow Wilson High School was renamed Ida B. Wells Barnett High School because of Wilson's racist and segregationist views. Netflix is announcing the title for its upcoming Luther film. Luther, the Fallen Son, will see Idris Elba reprise his role as a detective from the BBC drama that aired for 5 seasons. The movie will be a continuation and reimagination of the series. Luther, the Fallen Son, will debut on Netflix in March. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
We've all felt the impact of rising food prices.
Thank you, y'all. For those who think this is a super dope show, thank you.
Feed a family for a month with your $50 donation to Compassion International. Just text the word radio to 97646.
That ain't no goddamn good excuse, Carlton.
As KBLA Talk 1580 host, we never quite know where the conversation is going.
I see you, Tiffany. Thank you for calling. That ain't no good excuse, dog.
I downloaded your app while we were talking. It's a terrific app. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing enough for
Carlton said, I'm a Scorpio rising like Prince.
the app and share with your friends too. That's beautiful. So download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580. We're now rocking with the best. You got a lot to talk about.
What is happening?
This winter, spread joy, not germs. As soon as you feel symptoms, test it, treat it. You can beat it. COVID medications like the Paxlovid pill can help you test negative sooner.
You know me and Prince.
Or the statewide COVID
I took piano when I was 12. I stopped by the time I was 12 and a half. But just like Prince, because we both got a Scorpio moon. What the fuck? You know, me and Prince got a lot in common, you see. I played piano over the summer when I was in the 6th grade. What the fuck? That's funny.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for human rights. The Los Angeles Civil, Human Rights and Equity Department, or LA Civil Rights for short, is focused on reducing bias and
Yeah, when I was a toddler, I had a raspberry beret.
equity and empowerment.
My mother had bought it. I had a little scarf that matched it. It was raspberry in color.
The Civil Human Rights and Equity Department of the City of Los Angeles.
Me and Prince got a lot in common.
Founding Executive Director Capri Maddox, and is breaking new ground for municipal governance. LA Civil Rights oversees citywide initiatives, including the Renew program, LA Repair program, and the LA for All campaign. The LA Civil Rights Department believes that the goals.
That's funny. I'm Scorpio rising like Prince. Be hard for me to call in and share in public. You not sharing in public, dog. You on the phone. You not here. Motherfucker can't see you. Don't you know you can call in with a fake name? My name is Luther Hyperion MacArthur III. You can lie about the state you calling from. I'm calling.
Hey, Aunt Mary brought the mac and cheese. Donna's here with the potato salad.
I'm calling from Andhra Pradesh, India. Come on.
Enjoy the holidays. Pepto has you covered. No matter
God damn.
when you have indigestion,
Hyperion, yes. MacArthur III.
KBLA Talk 1580 putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships,
Who was it called?
and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance.
So, yeah, I know who Rochelle Farrell is. What's the next song?
Peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, Founder, Laura
Hey, don't get in the habit of calling in here adding songs.
Services and social justice locally and worldwide.
Yeah, he white. Replace him. Yeah.
To promote peace and hashtag
We're gonna do this one for you.
For more information, please visit Rodney.
What was her? She didn't give her name.
Or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If you broke, then you know you gotta go.
What do you mean let Andy do his thing? I'm confused. Mimi, okay, Mimi just be in here She just be in here to talking shit, just be talking shit. Let Andy do his thing. Did we stop Andy from doing his thing?
Councilman, how are you, sir? Thank you, Chapman. Councilmember Curran Price, good to have you on, sir. How are you?
What up, Israel? Andy came in here and asked me, yo, bro, somebody called and wanted to, suggest a song. And I'm like, what? I don't get to call and change my song. I don't want to get people in the habit of that.
Marquise Harris Dawson, good morning.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning from KBLA Family.
Councilmember Heather Hutt, good morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
I am pleased to welcome the new president of the LA City Council, Paul Coy. Mr. President, how are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you very much.
All politicians.
I don't take requests. Like,
He showed up.
We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
fire!
You're listening to the voice of reason with the Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful voice, songstress, song stylings of Rochelle Farrell. One of our callers, or one of our listeners, I can't call him a caller, because they called to talk to Andy. Can you tell Zoe to play Rochelle Farrell? Somebody at home, some sister at home, she got on them little, them little footsies that come, them high footsies, them warm little socks that come all the way up. She's somewhere wrapping some gifts. This is an amazing topic. I ain't gonna call in though, but I'm gonna call in and make a request, a music request. I love it. I love it, man. I love the KBLA listeners, KBLA family. We turned up tonight. We have an amazing topic, and it's getting deep. Yeah, she got a glass of wine. She over there wrapping a Barbie doll, or she might be wrapping a big, I got my grandbaby a giant unicorn last year. Where she can braid the hair and comb the tail and all kind of weirdness. She might be over there rapping something like that. I love KBLA's listeners, man. Just but don't get in the habit. Hold on. Let me rectify something. Don't get in the habit of changing my playlist. Why? Because my playlist is my co-host. Now, what song did I have set up? The only reason why I changed the song, because it's a sister calling in. I love it when the sisters call in. What song did I have ready? Can I hear a piece of it? This is what I had set up. But I think the caller song was better. This is iconic, though. It's all a vibe, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of reason, Dave Brubeck. It's nothing but a vibe. You're all welcome into the voice of reason. Non-judgmental space. We want to talk to you. We want to love on you. Join the discussion. 1-800-920-1580. We're talking about cutting of etheric cords, a spiritual guide for removing negativity / toxic energy from your life before moving into 2023. Both records were amazing, by the way. Vanetta Colbert, you were saying something before we came forward. Talk to us.
Hi.
You already said hi, Vanetta. You get in.
I want to be heard. Okay.
Okay.
What I was saying is, I don't think you can ever really cut ties with the person that you have kids with. I don't mean the toxic ones, because if you decide you want to move on, you'll either move on to a person that is exactly like that, just like your ex, or you'll move on to someone who, if you've done the work, that's not like your ex.
Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh. Lord have mercy. You just jumped into it with both feet, Vanetta. If you move on and that person is the continuation of what you were going through, that is the tie. That tie isn't cut or broken or transmuted or transformed. It might be a different person, but it's the same energy, right?
You're right.
Wow.
And that's exactly what I did. I did get into another situation with a different man, same toxic situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I was speaking on something else. What I mean is, like, the first, my ex, he moved to Colorado. So I don't think about him much. I try not to. My kids kept in touch with him, and that's fine. I was glad he moved to Colorado. He got married again. But one day, I just had this real strange feeling. I don't know where it came from. It just came from out of the blue. And it's like, something, I don't know, something is strange going on. But later, I found out that my ex-husband had been in a car accident, and this isn't a good thing. But what I'm saying is,
you felt it.
I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are spiritual ties there are things that you can feel on your children.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know the universe works like this, but their dad is like family to me. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I don't want to hear anything bad. It's almost like we're still connected, but I don't want to know what's going on in your life. I don't care about you like I did when we were married, but I still have the spiritual connection. I don't know how to explain it.
No, you explained it perfectly. And you gon' have that connection because you had it before. Listen, we live in a throwaway culture. We think we can throw away people because they upset us, because they disappointed us, because they didn't fulfill us, because they didn't make us happy, because they didn't provide everything we signed up for. We live in this kind of culture. But what we don't know, we are spiritually illiterate in this culture. We don't understand. Yes, there's a reason you connected to this person deeper than us having chemistry or us being physically attracted to each other or us liking each other's sense of humor, right? There's a deeper meaning. And that's why I went to the quantum level to explain it. If it's true at the quantum level, listen to quantum entanglement. Once two particles are entangled, it does not matter the distance that separates them. Doesn't matter the distance. If one aspect of one particle is changed, the other particle changes instantaneously, moving faster than the speed of light. Here you are, you don't think about your ex, he's over there, you talk when it's about the kids and that's it, but something went down and you felt it.
Yeah.
Woo! Vanetta Colbert. Hang tight, Vanetta Colbert. I got a couple more seconds with you. When we come forward, we going back to Atlanta.
We hope you have a safe and relaxing holiday season. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got a lot to talk about. And your voice is critical to all the conversation.
Huh.
Sorry. You be asking for it.
Donald Trump referring him to the Department of Justice as a central cause of the insurrection in a sweeping report. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. 160 pages and the...
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to get Vanetta off. We're going to run through these callers quick. Tiffany, and then Theo.
Conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to make a false statement, insurrection, and more. The committee
Spiritually
said there was
impotent.
also a warrant referral, though those individuals were not specified. The January 6th committee conducted 9 public hearings presenting testimony from more than...
We got spiritual ED.
...regarding its investigation into the attack, 30 of which read the Fifth Amendment. What do you believe will be the outcome of this? We want to know. Find this story on our social media pages on all socials at KBLA 1580.
You're the victim of a car accident. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros, hiring the right law firm and striking out. Maximum compensation you deserve. Our team hits it out of the park. Call the pros at MVP accident attorneys at
Tomorrow then Friday, and I'm gone.
Wins for a free case review. Call 833 MVP wins. Call me your MVP. So am I, because
Prevnar. That should sound like some old Star Trek drug. Hit him with 262 cc's of Prevnar.
Age 65 or older, you may be at
Dr. Crusher, I'm going to hit him with 266 cc's of Prevnar.
with Prevnar 20, a 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose.
He's suffering from Prevnar sickness.
To help prevent infections from 20
Remember that time we were vacationing on Prevnar? He has Prevnar pox.
Had a severe allergic reaction to the
Hit him with 272 cc's of Prevnar.
immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most
That's what it sounds like.
was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call
I'm acting a fool.
1-855-213-213.
Look, we have 49-14. And I'm going to tell you right now,
So I'm asking my doctor.
this show going to sound way better to Arabia when she listens to it on the radio tomorrow. She gonna come in here on Friday like, you know what, that show was good as hell. When she's sitting in there, she be like,
KBLA Talk 1580, reminding you.
she needs 242 cc's of Prevnar. Abu! Abu! Help us, Abu!
Seeking social justice.
Arabia is funny as hell. Y'all don't know.
Self-determination, defending public education.
You know how many times Arabia yawned in here? During the show, Arabia be like,
Every third Wednesday. Visit online at centralcso.wordpress.com or on Instagram at centralcso.
they gonna come in here today like, nigga, do you know how good this show is?
KBLA Talk.
Nigga, have you listened to your shit? What? You yawning.
More is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building. We got the hip hop jazz. Tribe Called Quest. We got the jazz. We've had a whole jazz vibe all night tonight. We're about to get to these callers right now. Vanetta Colbert, please wrap up your final thought here.
Okay, yeah, it's not like I walk around every day
All the way to the top, though.
having premonitions of people that was in my life before. It's just that a lot of times when you're not even thinking about a person or they're not on your mind, you're just going about being you and doing what you're doing, all of a sudden they'll come up. It's kind of like when you think about somebody and they call you.
Right. Pop right up in your spirit. Vanetta,
Yeah.
I love you. I appreciate you. I love the way you just pop up on me in real life. It ain't even a premonition. She'll pop up in real life, be like, hi. Wait, huh? Come on in, Vanetta. We appreciate you, Vanetta. Thank you for the call. You brought Atlanta in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi.
All right, honey. Hey, let's keep going. Tiffany from Atlanta, get in here.
Oh my God. Hey everybody.
Why you? Oh my God! Why you start your call off with "Oh my God"? Why you tripping all wreck? No, go ahead, Tiffany.
Alright, so I'm making it really quick. The soul ties and all of that stuff and all the cord cutting and stuff like that, I want to even go a little bit deeper as far as saying that you would have to do it with your family members. Something that I actually had to do most recently. But here's the really messed up part about all of that as well, is that my family wanted to pretty much stick the knife in a little bit deeper and twist, and then told me my most recent ex tried to get with one of my nieces. So while that happened, I was like, oh, okay, well, now I have to do a cord cutting of someone else. And I was holding on to that energy, that love for that person, because I always felt like, oh, well, you know, I'm always here if you need me. But knowing that you tried to get with my niece, it's kind of like you're dead to me.
So let me say it again. Cord cutting isn't actually cutting, it's more reframing. Recontextualizing, right? Understanding who and what people really are and putting them in their proper place by creating healthy boundaries for yourself. But that dude sound creepy. That dude, he gonna try to holler at your niece. Yeah.
Thing is, really quickly though, to wrap it up, I have 5 nieces. I don't know which one because my family's trying to hurt me. They won't tell me which one. I didn't even ask them which one. And when I tried to get in contact with him, he won't hit me back. But here's the thing. All of my nieces are of legal age. My youngest is like 20. And my oldest is like 26.
Oh, God.
So I don't know which one he tried to get with, yeah.
So let me give you 2 pieces, right? There are healthy boundaries that need to be created. There's energetic boundaries, which means I'm no longer going to expect you to be something. I'm no longer going to ask you to be something, desire you to be something. I'm going to change the energy around what I expect from you. That's an energetic boundary. Then there are ideological boundaries. This is what I'm not tolerating. This is what I'm not going to deal with. I'm not going to be available for this, that, and the third. Do you see what I'm saying? You're actually writing out rules, boundaries, right? These boundaries are rules. Like, this is what I'm going to write out. This is how I'm going to interface with you moving forward. Typically, boundaries don't work because people don't realize the energetic boundaries. Because sometimes you'll write out a list of ideological boundaries, but they won't be congruent with the energy. Your energy might be hoping and pining that they turn around and become what you want them to be, even though you've stated, oh, these are my new boundaries. Do you get what I'm saying? So you got to line up the energetic boundary with the ideological boundary. Tiffany, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for heeding the call to action.
Absolutely.
Ooh, all right now, this beautiful Theo. Hey Theo, is this Theo from the Cosby Show?
What's going on, dude?
What up, Theo Huxtable? What's happening, man? Okay.
When a man or a woman assessing a situation, can that come off as insecure? That's the question.
Assessing a situation, can it come off as insecure? Well, assessment in and of itself, Assessment in and of itself is not insecure, but assumption, right? Judgment, anxiety, criticism, anger, that's when it starts to shift into insecurity. Assessment of itself, we're supposed to assess each other. We're supposed to evaluate each other, but from a non-judgmental space. But if it's wrapped in the energy of suspicion, if it's wrapped in the energy in an accusatory energy, like you can ask a question, but the energy could be accusing. You know you did it. That's how you see the insecurity manifest. So again, assessment in and of itself, not insecure. It's the energy wrapped around it. Does that make sense?
Right. That does. That does.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man. Charleston, South Carolina in the building. We got North Carolina and South Carolina in the building. Let's get over to Virginia. Carlos, come on in here. Carlos, you got a little bit of time. Let's go.
I just wanted to add a little something to the topic.
Yes, please.
I had a little experience with the topic, and it's like important for me right now to hit this topic right at the end of the year. But last year I was going through trying to get through cut the cord. I was trying to cut these cords and stuff from a relationship I had. I was watching the Lloyd Strayhorn show, and he had a psychic on named Free, and she was talking about masturbating to get the person off of you.
Whoa.
During that time, I was doing a lot of like meditating and a lot of like semen retention and trying to abstain from like just trying to get focused on a mission or whatever, and keep myself occupied while I was trying to do these things. Every night, I would still dream about the person regardless of how much I tried to change my focus.
First off, I know, Brother Lloyd, what you about to make me do is call Brother Lloyd and say, who is that psychic? I want to get her on the show. Cause
my name was Free.
But see, I don't know Free. But Lloyd does, and I'm going to call Lloyd, and I'm going to tell Lloyd to give me her information, and I'm going to bring her on here, and we're going to have a real discussion, Carlos. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And when I bring her on, please call in so she can better answer your question.
Okay.
Hey, man, appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Voice of Reason. We turned up. You already know what it is. We start the conversation. You finish it. Now, moving forward, you know who's coming up. The best of Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers. You're going to see me tomorrow night, and you're going to see and hear me Friday night. But then I'm going to be gone for a while. You better get in on these shows. I'm going to be gone for a nice little piece. But the Voice of Reason will return with more fire. I appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all tomorrow. Deuces. Sticky fingers. Oh. This was a great show. I loved it. I loved every moment of it, y'all. We did good tonight. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the calls. You guys came in the 5th hour, in the 11th hour. We appreciate it, all right? Deuces.